about my association with South cinema. This is one of the few times I'm coming to Hyderabad to not shoot something. Normally, I've come here to shoot some TV commercials or stuff like that. And I'm very fascinated by the energy in the South cinema and the stuff we come up with. I belong mostly to Bombay, and I'm constantly looking at opportunities to do something in South cinema. I'm getting to do some amazing initiative work, honorary work with FICCI where we're building a pitching platform for producers to meet writers, and I'm sort of spearheading that, and I'm here telling producers to please come and listen to writers. And it's also amazing to meet I'm used to meeting producers and directors from Bombay, so now I'm getting to see how producers and directors from South are. So, and they're slightly different. I don't know how they're different, but they're slightly different, but they're very interesting, so I'm looking forward to that.
So you are creating a platform yourself for South, to be a part of South cinema?
No, we're actually creating a platform with FICCI. I am sort of been with FICCI for a while now, and I said, ma'am, requested FICCI that we need to have a platform where there could be a democratic way for writers to meet producers. So if you are a very big producer, imagine her to be a very big producer in South, and I'm a fresh writer who has a great script. How do I connect with this big producer? I need to go through some people, etc., and maybe 5 years will go between that, right? Or I may just get lucky. I bump into you the loo and say, hi, I have a script. But that everybody doesn't get that lucky. So what we're doing is we're creating some dignity for that. We're calling all the producers and their representatives and giving them separate rooms. And this is at FICCI Frames in March 30th, 31st, and 1st April. And writers register and they go in for 10 minutes and pitch their idea. So I'm a writer, you're the producer. I come and tell you, hey, my story is about this Parsi Babaji from Bombay who falls in love with a news reporter and how they get married. So now if you're the producer and if you like the idea, you will pick it up and you'll say, no, I don't want this. I'm into horror films or something like that. And you'll move on. So that's the potentiality. And now we're trying to take the step where we can call finished and unfinished content also. So that's pretty much my pitch to you about Frame Your Idea. The event is called Frame Your Idea. But other than that, yeah, it's a fantastic atmosphere. There's so much of energy, so many people, so many thoughts coming over here, which is the amazing part of a forum like this.
Yes. How was the response from writers or filmmakers, from both the ends so far? How was the response?
Oh, fantastic. So last year we had 8 producers and studios, etc. And Disney picked up a script. And Phantom has picked up a script. So that's a big one for us. It's as a platform, because we're non-profit, we're not doing this for profit. This year we have already 16 producers who have registered. And I've already got Sharat Marara, who's very interested in coming from South and listening to pitches in Bombay from writers, and a couple of other producers also. I'm going to be speaking to Arvind sir about it. And so yeah, everybody is looking up and trying to say, hey, we also want to be there and listen to these ideas. Because where else can you tell a producer, you sit back and people will come and tell you ideas after every 10 minutes. So, and of course, there's win-win situation for the writers as well, because they have the potential of impressing the producer with their content idea.
Very nice. Then how are you planning your entry into South?
So this is my great idea.
Yes.
So I get these writers to meet these producers, and every time a writer goes in, I say, if you make this film, will you cast me? If you make this film, will you cast me? I tell that to all the writers, and now if they make that film, so one of them will cast a Parsi Babaji like me. Make that
And a news reporter?
We'll pitch that script.
Thank you.
We'll pitch that script and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and your upcoming projects, be it in Bollywood or commercials?
So I'm going to be part of my first regional cinema fair, which is for a Gujarati film. It's going to be co-produced by Phantom, and it's being made by a first-time filmmaker. And I met him and I loved his script. I did not think regional cinema in Gujarati would have such a fantastic writing sense, and I'm thoroughly charmed by that. And we're going to be shooting it next month in Ahmedabad. Other than that, there's some things that are cooking in Bombay, and which will, in due time, one will like to talk about it. And right now, I guess that's all I can talk about.
What do you feel about IIFA coming to the South for the first
No,
time?
I think it should have come a little bit earlier, I feel, because our filmmaking is quite very natural and very different also.